Why is it so difficult for INFJs to process their feelings? And what are the best ways to work through all that's going on in your mind? We're going to answer both of those questions on today's show. So why is processing your feelings so difficult for you as an INFJ and for other INFJs in general? One of the main reasons is that you use a process called extroverted feeling to relate to the world. Now, first and foremost, you're an introvert. So you're most comfortable in the world of thoughts and ideas in your own inner world. But when you relate to others, you do it through something called extroverted feeling. And extroverted feeling is a function or mindset, as I like to call it, that is focused on maintaining social harmony, on picking up on how other people are feeling, and just making sure everybody is getting along. So you're highly attuned to what other people are thinking and feeling. But since you're tuned into what other people are thinking and feeling, in contrast to someone like an INFP or an ISFP who is a primary introverted feeler or who uses introverted feeling primarily, you are not as in tune with your own feelings as one of those types would be. They're among the types who are most in touch with what they're feeling. So that is one reason it's challenging for you to understand what you're really feeling, because you're tuned into what other people are feeling. Another cause of confusion is the fact that you almost absorb other people's emotions. You may not even know the person. You might just be around people who are in a bad mood, who are upset, who are angry or frustrated, and you might just pick up how they're feeling. I do this with my wife all the time. If she's in a bad mood when I get home from work, I pick up the vibe. I just kind of absorb it. I can't help it. And so I try to unfairly help her work through everything when really she needs time to process it, because I don't want to have to carry around the feeling. I just kind of absorb it. And that's really introverted intuition and extroverted feeling working together, where you are just picking up on the subtle cues of other people's tone of voice and body language and absorbing it and taking it on as your own. So you can imagine when you're tuned into how other people are feeling and you're absorbing their feelings, this creates a whole mess of emotions in your own mind. And when it's combined with what you're already feeling, what's already going on in your mind and all the other thoughts that are there, it's pretty much like having a hurricane in your mind sometimes, especially when you're stressed and you're working through details and there are other factors playing in. It's just a ton to work through. On top of it all, you're an introvert, so by nature, you're a private person. You may be open and welcoming and sociable in settings where you feel really comfortable and when you're trying to make other people feel comfortable, but you don't feel good about just opening up to anyone like an extroverted feeler would, dominant extroverted feeler, like an ESFJ or an ENFJ. They're really well connected to lots of people and they feel more comfortable opening up and sharing their feelings, and they get the support they need to process those feelings. But you as an introvert, you need to feel really at home, really safe with the person you're sharing with. You need someone you can trust before you'll really open up and share that private information that you've been holding inside, all those thoughts and feelings that are stirring around. But the challenge is that in order to process them, you need to get them out on the table, so to speak. You need to talk them out or somehow get them outside of your mind where you can sort through them and process them. And that's just how extroverted feeling works. So I'd like to share several strategies that have worked for me and for other INFJs that you can use when you have that sea of thoughts and feelings in your brain and you're really not sure which ones are yours and you want to sort through them all. The first of three strategies I'll share with you is probably the best, and this strategy is to talk to someone you trust. Now, in most situations and in the best case scenario, it's usually one or two other people whom you really trust. And it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it can be an older mentor or advisor, a teacher. It's just someone who you really trust and whom you know will not go around blabbing the information. Someone who will appreciate you and accept you for who you are and not think any less of you for pouring out all that's going on in your mind. And I'll also add that when you share, it's helpful to have an extended period of time because you might need to talk at length. So if you can find a place where you'll be safe to do that and where you can be with someone who will be happy to listen to you until you get it all out in the open, and they can help you sort through it or even just listen to you. A lot of times that person doesn't really need to say much other than to maybe ask you a reflective question to keep you thinking or to ground you when you're getting out of sorts and maybe getting impractical. They really don't need to say a lot. They just need to be a great listener and a good friend there for you while you process it all. So you can do this over the phone. You can do this via video chat, but definitely the best, if it's a possibility for you, is to talk with someone in person, someone whom you trust and someone who will be a great friend to you in a time of need. And you'll be amazed by the clarity you'll get through the opportunity to talk and to get everything that's inside your head out in the open where you can sort through it freely. Just spreading it all out before you and processing it makes all the difference in figuring out which feelings are yours and what the problem really is and what these thoughts mean and what's really going on, and getting some clarity and decompressing. That's the nature of extroverted feeling and how it works. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, you don't always have someone with whom you can talk who will help you process your thoughts and feelings and who's willing to listen to you while you work it all out. So you need some other strategies in your pocket when you're frustrated or you're overwhelmed and you have so many thoughts in your mind, you're not really sure what to do, and you're trying to figure out which ones are yours and which ones you've picked up from other people. One of the strategies I'd like to share with you when you don't have someone to share with is to journal. And you don't need an actual hardbound journal. It could be a computer, it could be your phone. In fact, you could even talk into an audio recorder. The main point and the main strategy is that on a regular basis, when you need it, you sit down and you work out your thoughts and feelings. Just getting them down on paper and writing them out will help you sort through them. In fact, this is one good reason why INFJs tend to do better communicating their thoughts via writing as opposed to speaking off the cuff, because we need time to process through our thoughts and feelings to express them clearly and in a way that makes sense. So we tend to come across way more clearly when we do this. But in terms of processing through your feelings, it's a great strategy to help you do that too, because you can get everything out on the page and organize it however you want. No one's going to edit it or sort back through it. It's just for you if you want it to be. And you can get everything down on the page and then decide what you're really feeling and what perhaps you picked up from others. Or you can at least get it to a point where you can ask some questions of other people who can give you more perspective and help ground your ideas if you're being too hard on yourself, too perfectionistic, or you're reading into what other people may be thinking about you. The final strategy I'll leave you with is to take a walk and talk it out. And this is a great strategy because it allows you to extrovert your feelings, which is the name of the game. You need to process everything. You need to get it out in the open. So if you do that by taking a walk and talking to yourself out loud quietly, then that's totally fine. And this is a doubly great strategy because you get to do that and you also get to enjoy the beauty of nature or what people have made around you, depending on where you are. Just giving yourself freedom to walk around and to enjoy your surroundings is going to be a benefit to you for working through stress. And the exercise is going to benefit you too. So you're getting rid of stress, and you're also getting your thoughts out there in the open, and you're giving your mind time to think, which is beneficial. So you're engaging your extroverted feeling, but that time to think serves your introverted intuition, and then the beauty of nature all around you serves your extroverted sensing. So you've got all these things going on at once, and it's really a wonderful opportunity just to process through it all. So this is one of my favorite strategies because I can just work through everything that's going on in my mind. Sometimes I just need time to walk and be alone. I need that quiet to process it all, and I just need to talk to myself. That may be what you need too, and a walk can really serve you well. And I'll add, if you're a person of faith, that praying it out can really be of great benefit too. Looking for more strategies to overcome common INFJ challenges, or would you like to just understand what makes you tick as an INFJ, well, then I'd love to send you a copy of my recent ebook, The INFJ Personality Guide, absolutely free. You can grab your copy by texting the letters INFJ to the number 444999, or you can visit ispeakpeople.com/INFJ-personality-guide, and you'll be able to find that link in the description below this video. I wrote this guide for INFJs just like you to help you understand yourself and to help you realize that you're not messed up or broken, but just different. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope that it served you and that you enjoyed watching it. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do that. I'm creating new content each week for INFJs just like you. And I need to give credit to a reader who read an article I wrote about processing your feelings on another website that got me thinking about that last strategy. So I'll post a link to that article if you want to check it out in the description below this video. Thanks again for watching this show. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.